Hi, it's your coach Joe Lucas. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to October 16th. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's talk a little bit today about frustration with prospects. So here's what I mean by this. All of us, including myself, have had situations in our career where, we get in front of somebody, doesn't matter how we get them, right? And you look at their situation and you absolutely know, in your heart of heart, in your gut, right, that you can help them. And you just can't get through to them. You can't get them to make a change. You can't get them to listen, right? And then what we do as advisors, we get in this highly frustrated state. I just had this happen last week with one of my platinum partners, where we're talking to a person who has their money managed by a quote unquote well-known national type situation, and you get under the hood there a little bit, right? And it's a lot of window dressing and smoke and mirrors and not great returns and high fees, and we know we can do a better job for them, and yet they're in front of us, right? So they know, think about this, they're in front of you. So if they're really, really happy, and this has been always my premise, if somebody's in front of you and willing to sit with you and take up time and take up their time, 8 to 9 times out of 10, they know something's amiss. Now, whether it's going to elevate enough to get them to want to make a change, whole different animal, right? And I think that's what a lot of us get frustrated with. So back to the story. So, we're talking about this situation, and they're just, it's all about the brand this person has, and they get some person that comes out like once a quarter, takes them to lunch, and all these things, and you get frustrated. And I have to remind this person, right, this client of mine, this partner of mine, that at the end of all this is all you can do is lay out the facts, tell the facts how they affect them, hopefully double, triple down on how it affects them, right? Really kind of cause them pain. Show them a solution, and then let's go for it, right? But at the end of the day, you can't make people do things, and they have to be ready to do things. I can think of my entire career being a coach, in this industry, almost 25 years. I don't think I've run across one person ever I've not said to myself, I can help. Now, they may have other things they need to have happen first, maybe some addiction issues, some other things, so they're not ready for me to come in there and do what I need to do on the business side of things, right? But I can't think of a time. Does it mean that everybody says yes to me? Hell no. People say no, I'm not saying all the time, but they say no. Now, I don't think there's good reason for it, right? Because we all think. Most of the time, the timing's not right. And this is the point I want to drive. If you're sitting with a prospect and you're making the case, and you know you're right, and you lay it out, and you put your emotion in there, you really you put all the data in there, and they're still not ready to say yes to you, you can't sit there and pine over it. The old saying, help those that want the help, right? Help the motivated ones. If somebody is not willing to make changes, and you cannot inspire them to make changes, maybe there's something you could have done, maybe there's not. Look, a lot of times people just, they're wired a certain way. All you can do is speak the truth to them and say, look, if you don't make these changes, here's what I believe will happen. And be 100% honest with them. Remember, human beings care about consequences, okay? That's one of the strategies I've always used. I'll sit down with somebody and I'll say, look, let's say you don't do anything. Let's say you make no changes. Where are you 3-5 years from now? And I want you to think about that, right? Because I said, you're at a wide road here. Either you're going to hire me or you're not. But either way, something's going to happen, right? Either nothing, which is something, right? Or we can get you where you want to go. Your choice, but here you are. And I think that's what you need to do with prospects. You need to show them the consequences of taking no action with you. Here's your future. Taking action with you. Here's your better future, right? You've got to be willing to do that. And still, even with that in case, it doesn't mean that they're going to say yes to you. Remember, you, like me, we represent change to people. And we all know how much people love change, right? You got to be really ready for it, right? And so you just can't get frustrated. Because being frustrated, you lose all your resourcefulness. Help those that want to help. That's why you always want a big, broad pipeline. That's why you want to be always asked about introductions. You always want to be out there working your marketplace, because you never want your world, and I'll use that term here for a second, to hinge on one person saying yes to you, one prospect saying yes. Because the reality is you'll be disappointed. Look, One of the beliefs I've always had for as long as I can remember being in this industry is anytime you're in the people business, you will become disappointed time and time again. It happens. People will disappoint you. Prospects won't take action. Clients won't take action, right? You'll get rejected. There's a lot of things. But just remember, help those people that want the help. You can't help those who are not ready for it. Keep that in mind. Have a great Monday.